Go back to the pulse, and just before the break, I was telling you about that interview that the businessman Alfred Woyome granted us today after he denied the representatives of the Attorney General's Department and the Lands Commission from going ahead with the valuation process today of his kpehe residence, claiming that it is an illegality as there is a process in court by the UT Bank through your lawyers involved in the said property. We can now hear him speaking to journalist Faith Ebenezer Nunu.
It is illegal for them to come through. Basically, the whole thing about the judgment debt and then recovering your property and then evaluating. What are they? What do you have to say about this?
Look, you saw me actually telling them that it was an illegality because there's a process in court which I showed them, which the AGs are aware about since March. My lawyer wrote to them today because the AG wrote and said that there was no process, and they attached that process, which they know about. So I'm wondering why they want this media drama. What is it? And I'm not going to stand here again for such things. It will not happen again. So I'm serving notice. You should understand that enough of it. 5 years is enough. Provocation, I will not be provoked because I know this media thing. I will not be provoked into doing anything. I still maintain that what I did by going to court was right. And I encourage every Ghanaian to do that. Don't fear anything, because you are the government. Kufuor administration and that memo, that cabinet memo, one item on only Afro Woyome, which was decided in Akosombo. In that meeting was, Akomia was part of that. Nana Akufo-Addo was part of that, and many others. And that memo, we have tendered it in court. And the court has commented on it. And they put the direction of all this matter into that. So you read the High Court and the Court of Appeal of the three wise men. And they declared that all that I did was contractual. And it was in 2005. The contract they are linking me to, that is unconstitutional or anything. That contract is a contract between Waterway and Government of Ghana. I'm not a signatory. My name is not mentioned. I was not there when they signed it. I'm not linked to that contract in any way. My issue that I went to court with was in 2005. That issue occurred, which is the bid process that had already received concurrent approval, which by law means there is a contract. And the government, the law says the government must put it into a written contract. And if you go behind and do another thing, go and bring Chinese, go to Barclays Bank, go and take $100 million and give that money to the Chinese and sign a memo with Chinese in China who have not come over here and unilaterally pay them and create this confusion. Why am I blamable? They said I took advantage of change of government. It is also untrue. Immediately that happened, I brought my lawyer from London and they wrote in a protest. Thereafter, Kufuor made the BNI boss to be interviewing me almost on basis, and I will continue to tell them that what they were doing was an illegal and it was corruption. And I am not against any man in this country. I am for my right, as enshrined in the Constitution. You understand? That's why I have not, with all the provocation for 5 years, I have not dealt with the media the way anybody would have done. I have also respected the Ghanaian institutions altogether because I believe in the Constitution. And I also know that the Supreme Court made an error. They made error because they shouldn't have truncated processes in the lower court. They don't have the right to do that. If they have allowed the lower court to work, they would have made this big mistake. And I believe that one day the Supreme Court will depart from this decision. And for me, I don't accept it. Although it's binding, I don't accept it. We are using every means possible, externally and within the African region, to seek a right. And this right will be achieved. I want to be law-abiding, and I want to stay with the law. And I will speak to show you the example that do not be afraid of anything. You elected government to power. Stay and follow your thing. If government does something wrong, don't use violence. The best way you can go is to go to the court. No matter whatever it takes. The court will fix appeal system, you will get justice. Cowards.
This is coming from the state attorney about evaluating your property.
What?
It's the state attorney that's evaluating the property, not an individual. So why do you say people have retired from politics?
I'm saying that that is not the headline. That should not be the headline. I'm telling you something the Ghanaians are yearning to know. I have never spoken for these 5 years. Okay? The state attorney works under the instruction of the Attorney General. She doesn't work in a vacuum. You understand? And if she has lied to the country and brought you here, go and ask them. In fact, you must pursue it. Let Ghanaians understand why. Okay? Let Ghanaians understand. I'm not linked to that contract, period. And we are taking every action that we can to see what remedies are still there for us. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now, this could be the very start of a number of issues to look at for the businessman Alfred Woyome. He's speaking today for the very first time in a long time after that ruling in 2014. He says that he should not be held responsible for this. He's in no way connected to that contract on which the ruling was given in 2014. So many will disagree. I'm sure you have thoughts to share. Send them in via social media on Facebook at Joy News, on Twitter at Joy News on TV.